Good evening and welcome to Hollywood.com. I'm Trey Alexander in the heart of Hollywood on the red carpet at the Egyptian Theater for the premiere of The Broken Hearts Club. It stars Dean Cain and a whole bunch of other up-and-coming actors, and we've got it covered.
I got involved with this film because it was in a stack of scripts that I was supposed to read for the weekend. And very often agencies will hand you a bunch of scripts, and they sort of snuck this one in, didn't say much about it, and I read it, and it was so well written, so funny, so heartwarming, and the character for me was just so much fun to play that immediately I said yes. And then I heard that Tim Olyphant was attached to play Dennis, and a bunch of other very good actors started jumping in, and I mean, I was I think the second person attached, and I was just really excited. It was a fantastic script, and when you find a great script, you want to do it, and that's what this was.
Was this a difficult movie for you to do?
No. Well-written movies are always really easy to do. In fact, I try to get in well-written movies as much as I can not because I want to be in good movies, but because I don't have to work so hard. You just show up and you know your lines, and it's good director and good writing, and you just don't have to do that much.
You formed some good friendships with these guys?
Yeah, really good friendships. Yeah, that's great. Because a lot of my other movies, they just don't even call me afterwards. You know what I mean? I wasn't in Scream 3, was I? No. That's true. They killed me off. But they could have, halfway through we shot it, they should have said, he's a good guy. Let him.
Could have shown up on a videotape, right?
They say that. Well, Tim, you were dead, but come on. People come back. People come back. There was not like an autopsy in the second movie.
What do you play metal guy real quick?
Oh, heavy metal rock star. Hair down to here, bangs. It's a good look. Hang out with Wahlberg. It's good. Guitar player.
Doing kind of an Axl Rose thing?
A little bit of that. I sort of did a little bit. I was kind of inspired by the David Lee Roth kind of vibe there. I don't know. Look for it. I do really bad impressions so that if I do impressions in movies, people just think, where did you come up with that character? It's just because I'm not very good at impressions. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about your character in your film.
Benji's kind of like the crazy young guy. I have bleach blonde, spiked hair. I go to the clubs a lot, do a lot of drugs that one shouldn't do. And, that's kind of it. One of the cool things about the film is that it's really about community. It's about a group of friends, whether you're straight or gay, it doesn't matter. And Benji kind of gets lost, and he finds this group of friends, and they take care of him. The older guys kind of show him, really put him in his place and guide him. And that's kind of the role I play, kind of the young, eccentric, crazy guy. And they've all lived that lifestyle. They've all partied. They've all taken the drugs. They've all done the club scene. And they've kind of grown up a little bit past that. And Benji's kind of represents the young guy who's going out there, and you watch him go through it. And then you watch his friends kind of act as crutches for him and really be there for him.
Now, you're also a director.
I am, yeah.
I heard something about a short that you did that won some awards.
Yeah, I directed a short. I got a grant from Northwestern University, and I directed a short. It did really well at the festivals. And opened a whole lot of doors for me. So I'm currently writing my own feature and hope to follow in Greg Berlanti was an awesome mentor because he's also Northwestern. I didn't actually know Greg at Northwestern. The funny thing is that was a small world story. We met at the audition, but I didn't because he was a couple years ahead of me. But I learned so much from watching the guy direct. I mean, he's just amazing, and I just feel so lucky. For an actor who has aspirations for directing, it's amazing because it's like a film school. You get to act a little bit and watch these great directors work, or not so great directors, whatever the case is, and take what you want and leave what you don't. And Greg is just amazing. I learned so much from watching that guy work. He's the kind of director I want to be.
Was it exciting working with a guy like John Mahoney, a Chicago guy?
He was awesome, and he was so generous too. I haven't done that many big films, but from what I heard from the other guys, is sometimes some of the bigger stars. You go to their trailer, they don't hang out. And John was just so generous. He was one of the guys. And we would all sit around. I remember one day we all sat around at picnic tables, and he was just telling us story after story. And he's just the most generous actor, and he was just there for us. He was kind of like, our counselor, because most of the cast is relatively new at this. And he's just such a great guy. Solid, and amazing actor. Lucky enough to have one scene with him. But
Where'd you draw inspiration for writing this movie?
It was sort of twofold. One was that I was sort of tired of going to the movies and not feeling like I was kind of represented up there, and that they didn't really speak directly, at least. They spoke maybe indirectly, but not directly to what my experience was. So that was kind of the initial thing. And then secondary to that was just a friend and I would just sort of bounce storylines back and forth about this sort of imaginary group of characters, and then I sat down to write them.
Now, you didn't originally want to direct this, did you?
No, I actually didn't. Mickey Liddell had the gumption to actually approach me about doing it. And he just, I mean, his reasoning was that you seem pretty passionate. You seem like you really have a clear vision for how the movie should be done. And when we're not making it for a lot of money and we're shooting the thing in 20 days, and it's better to have fewer voices that have more of a clear vision than several voices that don't. Sometimes it waters down the process. So he inspired me to do it and encouraged me to do it and was by my side the whole time. So it was really successful because of that.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
I mean, for a young guy,
Yeah.
you've done a heck of a lot of stuff in a pretty short time. Executive produce, directing,
Sure.
writing. What do you say to somebody that's trying to come up and is a young guy as well?
Yeah, I think a very direct thing to say, which is, be your dream and just never ever waver from it, and know that it's just going to take a lot of solitary hours and a lot of focus. And the other thing would be to believe in other people as much as you believe in yourself. I think I had a real community of people, and we really sort of all. It's never just enough to just believe in yourself. I mean, I wouldn't have been anywhere if people hadn't given me these incredible opportunities. So that would be my other message.
Did you have John Mahoney in mind when you did this film?
He's in fact he's the only actor I did have in mind when I was writing. I rarely write with sort of actors in mind or anything. It's just you never know, and your hopes end up getting dashed ultimately. So I wrote with him in mind for the part, and after we went through the studio, sort of had to go through the A-list actors, I said, please let me go to John Mahoney, and he had said that I'm trying not to do any films directly this year while I'm doing Frasier, so. But then he read the script. I wrote him a letter, and he read the script, and we were sitting down for lunch like a week later. So I've been that was the most surreal and sort of wonderful moment. So.